Welcome back, everyone. So in this video, we are going to go on with where we left off. Inside the source, let's create an instruction folder. And this is going to contain the instructions and how we unpack them. To save time, I will copy and paste the imports. Let's start with creating the enum for review instruction. As I said in the previous video, we are going to have two functionality for our restaurant review contract. And the first one is add review. This is going to get a title, a string, rating as U8, and description as string, just like what we have inside our state. We are going to get the same arguments for our update review as well. We are going to get one of these instructions, and let's start with unpacking them. Let's implement review instruction. So as always, we are going to have an unpack function, which is a public one since it's going to be accessed by the lib.rs in our entry point. So we are going to have an input. As always, it's going to be a vector of U8 with reference. And we are going to return a result, which can be self or program error. So we are going to create two variables called variant and rest. This variant is going to be reference. So we are going to try to input that split first. And when we get the first one, we are going to return OK or program error. This is going to be thrown when there is no first thing to look at, when the instruction is empty actually. From program error, we are going to get invalid instruction data. And in case this is OK, we are going to get a payload. So this payload is going to contain everything which is not the first element. So actually, let's define a type for it so it's going to look a bit nicer. So for that, I will derive deserialize since we are deserializing. And we are going to get a struct called ReviewPayload. Let's make it capital. And we are going to get the same inputs, which are these ones. So this payload is going to be of type ReviewPayload. And we are going to try from slice, which is provided by Solana. So with this Porsche deserialized derivative, we can just try to make it look like a review payload. We are going to unwrap it. And once we have this, we are going to return OK with a variant. So let's match the actual variant. If it's a 0, just like what we did in counter case, we are going to return self, add review. It's going to get title as payload.title. Since this is the name that we are accessing the arguments from, rating is also going to be the same from payload.rating, and this description also going to be payload.description. So this was the first one. In case we have a variant of 1 with a comma, we are going to do update review. And the arguments are going to be the same since they are all taking the same arguments. And in case nothing matches, we are going to return error. Which is invalid instruction data again. And we have an error in the first statement. We can actually use the terminal here. We can just do like a build in case we want to, but this is clearly a syntax mistake with parentheses. I've seen it. So it looks good now. We can just type build here in the terminal, or we can just do like this. And we can see that build is successful, but that doesn't matter because we haven't added this to lib.rs. So it's probably not looking for it right now. So let's call this instruction. Then we can do another build to make sure it's working, and it looks good. As you can see, we are done with the instructions. We have two of them, which is add review and update review to create or update a restaurant review. We have the state itself. So only thing we are left to do is actually getting this process instruction working. That's what we are going to do in the next video.